Hello, and welcome back to Doomed, solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. Today, it is the first evening before the Feast of Hemlock Isle, and Alessandra Zorzi finds herself with allies, but without much direction, in the woods of Hemlock Isle. How's that for an intro? Pretty good. I agree, Kung Fu Fenris. Tony Tugabota should be coming back. Crime would be good. I have it on good authority that Tornado Macaw might be doing some extreme golf soon, where he's going to set himself some ridiculous challenges. I have it on good authority that Paul Prospero is returning soon with a new mystery as well. Wow. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Doomed. Happy to have you with me. Everything's good, right? Yeah, my hand's going to disappear if I do this, but that's okay. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Kung Fu Fenris, a great question. I believe the Emperor did pretty well, considering he hasn't had to plan a city for a long time. So he had many counselors.
Subscriber.
Hey!
Subscriber.
Thank you very much, Flower. Really, really, really nice. Blanky Cat, I'm coming back to that because I'm curious. Without spoilers, I'll come back to it in a second. I want to tell Kung Fu Fenris, weirdness is correct. Emperors don't plan cities. They plan empires. They plan, the big thing. The big things. The big picture stuff, right? Two of his counselors, Aragorn and Captain Splooey, are very well acquainted with the 1800s, or the year 1800, and were having an aneurysm. Well, like one each, I guess, because of the Emperor's absolute trash city planning. It was a lot of fun, to be honest. He didn't realize he could move homes, because you can't, right? Anyway, it was a lot of fun. Exactly, Flower. Exactly. If I want my city to run well, I'm going to hire a good governor. I'm going to hire that Blood Olives guy, the Crosshair. Blanky Cat, I am really happy to hear you finished the... Ooh! Who is the great-great-grandchild of Emperor Scotimius in Arkham? Great question, the Crosshair. The answer may surprise you, because you would think, oh, maybe it's the mayor, maybe it's Charlie Kane, the politician, who I think is also the mayor of Arkham. Yeah, I think he's the mayor of Arkham. You may think it's George Barnaby, the lawyer, but in fact, it is none of those people. The answer is really going to surprise you here. Agnes Baker, a humble waitress. She loves to bake pies. She loves to work at the Velma's Diner, But Agnes Baker has a family history of magic and witches, and somewhere far back in her lineage, she has this relic, this heirloom of Hyperborea, which was infused with powers, and that has been handed down to her from her great-great-great-grandfather. And that is where I'm going to leave that. Graspy Loot also suggests Ashcan Pete, the Drifter. We love him too. Actually, so that's something funny I should point out. On Doomed, the Doomediverse, if you will, I try to play... Every time there's a new kind of campaign or scenario, I try to play a different character to sort of like build their story into the Doomed universe. And a couple, way back when, I did a couple of standalones, and I like put some XP into the decks and stuff. So Roland went to Venice, and Ashcan Pete went to the Bayou to try to hunt down a Rougarou. However, that was back in the day when I was, not as experienced with Arkham, and those decks, they were fine, but they could have been better. And I'm wondering if I should give Ashcan another shot. I feel like he deserves it, specifically. Roland he's fine. Exactly, Graspy Luke. She loves taking horror to try to push thoughts of her great-grandfather on her head. Okay, welcome back to Doomed, the Feast of Hemlock Isle, the first evening. Blanky Cat, I want to come back to something you said. You were saying that you just finished the campaign recently. Congrats. Obviously, no spoilers. You're not planning on spoiling it. I appreciate that. I haven't played beyond where I'm at right now in the campaign. I'm curious if it's possible to give sort of a non-spoiler interpretation. You said the last scenario was hard. Do you feel like that difficulty ramped up over the 3 days, 3 nights? Or do you feel like it was just all of a sudden, bam? That would be cool. Okay. Thank you for redeeming the character trivia, Crosshair. I always love a good piece of character trivia. And the answer may surprise you. Okay, we're back. As always, I'm going to do a little recap of the story so far. Then we're going to remind ourselves where we are, and we're going to get into it. From a mechanical perspective, reminder, we are on the last agenda and act of the first evening. I have to recall what this scenario is called. It is called The Twisted Hollow. Of course it is. Which means this may be a short stream depending on how quickly it goes. If it's like super short, I will probably spend XP quite quickly and then jump into the next scenario because I think it'll be a prelude. Bear! Yeah, exactly, Flower. It is. That's right, unbearable. Okay. Bear! Or sign monstrosity. All right, the story so far. Oh, if there's meat to be fried, well, of course, Crosshair. Ship some of that fried meat over this way. Hey, oh, I didn't even see another sub gift. Who did I miss? Kung Fu Fenris. I'm sorry, Kung Fu Fenris. I must have missed that. Thank you so much, everybody. As always, I really appreciate it. As a reminder, we'll see, Kung Fu Fenris. I'm just going to finish this scenario, and if it's like really, really short, because I happen to just finish really fast, I will, not a shooter stream, correct. If so, then I will most likely just kind of do maybe the dawn of the next day or something. Okay. Blanky Cat, that's the sense I'm getting, but of course I don't know yet, so we'll see. Oh, hydrate! Thank you. I actually don't have my... Shit. I'll have to get my water in a second, Crosshair. I'm having a sip of coffee, and I'm banking that hydrate for later. I understand that's not how points work. The story so far, Audio G! Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I was just about to go over the story so far. Alessandra... That's way too many cards to look at all at once. Let's zoom in on our good friend here. Alessandra Zorzi, the Countess. Socialite by day, criminal by night. She's in Arkham. She was in Arkham to carry out a theft on behalf of a shadowy criminal mastermind, Zamacona. But she's also been asked to accompany some scientists on an expedition to Hemlock Isle to look at its flora and fauna. Great question, Kung Fu Fenris. I get it from Epidemic Sound. I can't believe I don't have a command for that. That's absolutely infuriating. But I will, if you give me 2 seconds, I will post my link here. My affiliate link, or whatever it's called. Because yeah, I do that. It's also it's royalty free. Well, it's not royalty free. It's music that you can then subscribe to, so that then it doesn't get flagged on places like YouTube, etc., and Twitch, which is nice. Do I have a thing? I do. It's in the comments on my YouTube videos. I'll get it for you later. Oh. Wilson and Agnes were apart. Oh. I have a feeling, Blanky Cat, that means one of them was being feasted upon. But anyway, Epidemic Sound. Hey! Thanks, Crosshair. I mean, not the way I'm drinking mine. Okay. Zorzi, like I said, was in Arkham to do a job for the shadowy criminal mastermind Zamacona. She is now fronting, or being the face for, a scientific expedition on Hemlock Isle. On the third day, there is due to be a feast. She is trying to make as many friends as possible with the islanders so that she can maybe carry out a nice little theft and get the hell out of here, because it's clearly a cult. So far, she's met a number of the people... I'm not a dust bunny yet. She's met a number of the sort of islanders here and got relatively good relationships with them. Specifically, she's got a great relationship with Simon Atwood, the troublemaker. He's the nephew of Mother Rachel, the leader of this cult. I mean, island village community. He's hatched a plan. His plan seems to involve all of the youth of the Isle are gonna, explode some fireworks or something on the night of the feast. Alessandra is thinking this is going to be great cover for her thieving. Thank you, Crosshair. Appreciate it. And she rescued Simon and River from a collapsed mine on the first day, went to dinner. She finished her meal. No, she did not finish her meal. She stopped eating because she knows that there's, some sort of... She pretended to eat and then dumped it in her purse because she knows there's probably some sort of weird shit in the food on the Isle because it's a cult. And, Simon has hatched a plan for the final day. She and Dr. Rosa Marquez went out at night to find Bertie Musgrave, the other member of the expedition team. A true aesthete. I don't know how you pronounce this word. Miskatonic assistant. Alessandra and Dr. Rosa Marquez were out in the woods throughout the evening. They have this beautiful veil lantern, which seems to never go out, which is fabulous. They found their way through the twisted, gnarled paths to the Twisted Hollow. Excuse me. And I want to also say, yes, the majority of the first half of this scenario featured Alessandra Zorzi talking to mushrooms. Now, that sounds ridiculous, but trust me, this is Arkham. She's got magic powers. Aesthete. Oh, an aesthete. Makes sense. Is this feet or is this feet? Alessandra Zorzi has... I mean, people call her silver tongue, but that's actually, like, more true than people know. She actually has the power and the ability to actively try to communicate with things that are normally beyond communication. She doesn't know where she's inherited these powers from, but she's able to beguile, trick, persuade all sorts of creatures, people, and, I mean, even mushrooms, as we've found. I think we're pretty much ready to dive back in. I'm going to remind myself what's going on. We just found Bertie Musgrave at the Twisted Hollow, which means we are now on to... Oh, boy. We are now on to Agenda and Act 3, Back to the Veil. It's got 3 doom, so I'm going to assume it's going to be one of those things where every time we flip it... Oh, yeah, because we're at 2 out of 3. Gross. We're going to... every time we flip it, bad shit's going to happen. That's right, Crosshair. We're rushing back to the village. And your suggestion, Crosshair, and I think it's a good one, is that basically we're going to try to go west towards Arkham, left, and this is going to be the way out, for sure. Let's have a look. With Bertie in tow, you must find your way back to Hemlock Vale. Either exhaust the Veil Lantern or spend a clue. Look at the revealed side of adjacent location. You may move to that location. Wow, a free trigger to move? That's so good. That's so good. Okay, so this is how we rush and run. However, Blanky Cat does make a good point. I'll be there in a quick second just to get a sense. But I agree with you. I think we're going to be killing the bear. Did I do my mythos phase already? I must have, right? It was at the end of the round that I advanced to Act 2B. And I think... I'm just quickly checking here. Was there like a interlude? No, I haven't done that yet. Okay, no, I can't remember. I feel like I did mythos. I don't think I did mythos. It says investigation phase here, but I can't remember. Can we roll the tape? Yeah, that makes sense, Crosshair. We'll assume it's gonna... Well, no one's gonna blame me, Flower, but... If you're not sure of something, you have to... Oh, God, yeah. Good luck with the frickin' VOD. It's a piece of garbage right now, Crosshair. It's probably still processing. But it should be public, so you should be able to see. Let's have a quick look at what else we've got going on here. In the pursuit area. Some mushrooms. Black Amanita, which are massive. But they are beguiled, so at least we can, we can do some stuff with them. 2 stalking hybrids, which are 3/3/3s, Hunter and Alert, because X is the current darkness level. They prey on the Veil Lantern. After they attack me, if you control the Veil Lantern, flip it to its unlit side and place it at your location. Terrible. My location, the Twisted Hollow, is is currently empty of clues. Oh, morning to you, Aragwen. Welcome to Doomed. Solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game, with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. Wonderful to have you with us, Aragwen. I was just catching people up on the story so far. I won't review the whole thing. Suffice it to say, we're out in the woods at night. It's terrifying, but at least we've got friends. Specifically, Dr. Rosa Marquez, who is with us, and the man we were looking for, Bertie Musgrave, the cutie. Yes, Flower, great. Oh! While sleeping. Yes, correct, Flower. So either exhaust the Veil Lantern or spend a clue to look at the revealed side of an adjacent location and move to it if you want. However, exhausting the Veil Lantern is a little dicey because when you move into and reveal a forest location, you can exhaust it to ignore the location's forced effect, which is very good. So clues would be better. However, I don't have any. Let's have another look here. The silver moth is, of course, the relic that Zorzi, Alessandra, stole while doing her job for Zamacona. Somewhere in this deck is Zamacona ready to pounce. We are currently engaged with a... I did my investigation last. I.e. Crosshair. Yeah, so I did the... Yeah, okay, so at the end of the round, I spent the 2 clues and I advanced, which means it's now Mythos. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Shit's about to get really hard, though, guys, because I think that means... After investigation. Oh! Sorry. It seems... I did a whole other investigation? Sorry, guys. I realize I'm faltering here because I'm now trying to figure out how that makes sense to me. Then advance before the Mythos. Okay, got it. Okay, cool. So I must have done my upkeep. Yes, because I drew Persuasion, I'm sure. Okay. Thank you, Crosshair. I appreciate it. We are wearing our fox mask, the wise trickster, the mask given to us by, I can't remember his name, it's Theo Peters, which is a nice dude for use in the Veil. Dr. Rosa Marquez is here. Bertie Musgrave is here. I'm going to probably do something with him. We have our lockpicks, which are not particularly useful now that we're running from massive monsters. We have a gun. That's good. Ah, good evening to you, Cthulhu. Indeed, this is the first evening, the end of the first evening. We are about to Mythos, which is going to be bad news, but that's okay. We are currently engaged with a stalking hybrid who is a 3/3/3. I believe he's about to become a 3/4/3. And the Ursine Abomination, a 5/7/3 because he gets 2 health. Hunter with Retaliate, 3 damage and 2 horror. Bad. However, the Ursine hybrid can now be defeated. My thought is the following. I have to do Mythos, but then on my turn, if I can evade and if I can start working on the Stalking Hybrid, as long as I don't get attacked by the Stalking Hybrid, I'll always have the Veil Lantern, which means... Oh, I don't have to draw Pursuit enemies anymore. So they're just chilling in Pursuit. No, they're not chilling. Excuse me. I want to get to work on this goddamn monster. This thing attacked Alessandra and gave her some physical trauma. She was gored and mauled. Not gored or mauled, I suppose. That's a little intense. Of course, Cthulhu, I completely understand. I hope, and I understand that, getting people together to play Arkham is tough, but I'm hoping we catch up at some point so that we can be watching and playing at the same time. All right, Mythos phase first. Then I'm going to see what Bertie Musgrave has to say, because he can take a damage and draw me a card, which will then be useful, because then I'll have more options for dealing with these things. Backstab. I need money. Oh, God. Well, I have the gun, at least. This is good. Okay. Ooh, Persuasion. Persuasion also very good here, I think. Okay. We know where we are. We're at the knotted hollow, the twisted hollow, in the middle of the forest, on the Isle of Hemlock. Oh god, so long! Oh! We have Rosa Marquez. Of course she's here. She's been marching through this forest looking for her assistant, Bertie Musgrave. We've managed to find him, huzzah. And now we have to get away. Worst case scenario, we just book it and we try to get away from this Ursine hybrid. However, first, we're gonna jump in. Let's get doomed. We go to 3 out of 3 doom and we flip. The forest closes in and the sound of slavering jaws and gnashing fangs fills the air. A sickly howl calls out from the underbrush and the familiar sound of a wheezing, hacking cough telegraphs the bear's approach. Yeah, this would be bad, Flower, for sure. Add 1 resource to the current darkness level. 4. Terrible. If it is currently 6, each surviving investigator is defeated and suffers a physical trauma. Okay. So that gives us another couple of agenda flips before we're totally screwed. Peace, Cthulhu! We'll do our best. Otherwise, in player order, damn it, each player must choose an enemy in the pursuit area and spawn it at the nearest dark location. That's fine, because the nearest dark location, the Veil Lantern, is making things around me not dark. Yeah, connecting locations lose dark. Yeah, we got a Hall Heine. That's okay. I'm going to... Does it say the nearest? The nearest dark location. I'm going to throw this black amanita, this mushroom, on a non-connecting location. So up here, because this is the closest dark location. So all of the forest locations have dark on them. However, the Veil Lantern says, Veil Lantern's location and each connecting location lose the dark trait. It doesn't say that they have to be revealed, so I think we're good. The black amanita is up here. That's okay. Flip this card. Let us draw our encounter card, which we hope will not be an enemy. Then we're going to get to work on trying to... Alessandra wants some... what's the word I'm looking for? She wants some... revenge. That's the word I'm looking for. Pow! Damn it, I knew it was going to be an enemy. Oh, this is a 1, 2, 3. Don't even try to pet it. Look how cute this little guy is. It's a little flying squirrel, but it eats flesh. Oh, God. This is the Forest Watcher, a mutated creature. It is aloof. At night, it is also elusive. As a reminder, elusive is a keyword. When it is attacked, or when it attacks, after that attack resolves, whether it's being attacked or attacking, it then disengages, moves away, and exhausts. Zamacona is also elusive. Things are trying to get away from Alessandra here. Spawns at any location, empty if able. After it enters play, place a doom on it. Aloof 5. Aloof 5. I want 1, 2. They're kind of cute, eh? Hi, Reading Aloud. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. We're currently getting absolutely slammed by monsters here, which is... But, we're going to do our best. Annoyingly, it's not a hunter. It just needs to go at an empty location. I don't think I want it either. I guess I'm going to put it... I have to kill it to take away the doom. Oh, God, the doom is so bad. I'm going to put it here because I'm thinking I'll go and get it if I can. Okay, right, don't pet it. Right, okay. All right, well, some chittering in the trees alerts Alessandra to the fact that she is running out of time. We come back to us. I would love to talk to Bertie. Bertie says, free trigger. Oh, well, while you control Bertie Musgrave, you get +1 health, +1 sanity. So I have 7 health and 7 sanity left. Wow, that's a lot. Plus Dr. Rosa Marquez. I don't earn that much, Flower, but a whole round wasted. It wouldn't gain me an action, but if I could... say parley with it. If I could say talk it down from trying to advance my doom, maybe that would be useful. Take either a damage or a horror, exhaust Bertie Musgrave, parley, draw a card. I am going to exhaust him and take a damage. I'm going to put it on me, and the reason for that will hopefully become clear later. Draw a card. It is not Zamakona, thankfully. And then let's go read a codex, because I really want to know what he has to say, guys. That's the point. Bertie Musgrave. This is Omega. Whoops. Did I make this big enough? Yeah. Guys, can you read that? Yeah. What a predicament. Bertie mutters under his breath, staring down at the massive beasts that are roaring and smashing through the woods. The young man fumbles with his pocketbook and starts sketching. When you tell him this isn't the time or place for a nature study, he nods. Oh no, I apologize. It's a map. Not a good one, mind you. His hand shakes as he draws one last line. I was here before. This is the way. Nice. He points the way through the trees. Nice, Bertie. Yes, Bertie. Either. Each investigator gains a clue, or ready the Veil Lantern asset. Well, I'm going to gain a clue. Reminder. Boop. A clue allows us to look at the revealed side of an adjacent location and move. You may move to that location, which is quite nice. However, we got to deal with the absolute trash fire that are the enemies that are here. Oh boy. Correct, Crosshair. Free trigger. That would mean that the Stalking Hybrid would come with me. The Ursine Hybrid would also come with me. I assumed it was massive, but it is not. Okay, so we could just move. We'd be no worse off. Oh, either Graspy Loot. I mean, normally I think Arkham on Arkham streams and characters stuff on other character streams, but you know, you do you. I would love to deal with these guys. Okay. Yeah, Drain Essence is going to be great on the little beastie over here, the Forest Watcher. Persuasion. Choose a non-weakness enemy at your location. Test Intellect 3. It gets plus X difficulty. X is that enemy's horror value, how much horror they deal. If you succeed, shuffle it into the encounter deck. If it is elite, automatically evade it instead. Well, that's not as useful because I can evade things pretty well. I definitely want to fight. I want to shoot. Maybe I just deal with... I have 4 actions, one of which must be to parley. If I blam with the gun and then backstab, in theory, that's 7 damage. Which is enough to kill the Ursine Hybrid. So I could persuade the Stalking Hybrid to leave. So ridiculous. Oh, God. I could persuade it to... Oh! Of course you can! Graspy Loot, sure. Daryl Simmons, the photographer in Arkham, has worked for the Arkham Advertiser for a few years now. He's their premier photographer. He is technically a journalist as well, but he prefers the art of capturing things on film. And ever since living in Arkham, Daryl has noticed strange happenings, and of course he's dedicated to putting them on film, which is, you know, perhaps a little dangerous for him. This isn't all trivia. I'm going to give you a piece of trivia about Daryl Simmons. Daryl Simmons has a fear of rain. Now, you may say, oh, he's just worried about, like, dropping his, you know, rolls of film in a puddle and, like, losing them or something. But it goes beyond that. It's essentially an extended fear of the dark. But he doesn't fear the dark. He can light up the dark with a flash bulb or a flashlight or even just a torch. He fears the rain because the rain covers up the sound of approaching monsters, be they eldritch or human. Ooh. Blanky Cat is, of course, correct. I do not have enough money for both, which is, that's right, crappy. So, Gaspy loot. Exactly. What's my chaos bag look like here? Oh, Jesus H. Alright. Skulls, minus X, the current darkness level, so skulls are minus 4. An Elder Thing is also minus 4, and I have a cultist in the bag, which is minus 1, heal a damage from your investigator. So in other words, I've got, you can see here, 4 tokens that are worth minus 4. I have to be 4 up if I want a really good chance of success. Even 1 up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's half the tokens in the bag, approximately. Even 2 up is pretty good. 4 up would be great. Lucky Cat is correct. I do not have the money for both persuasion and backstab. Do I really care if I get hit by the stalking hybrid? Ah, yes. Well, okay. One of my things needs to be a parley, because otherwise I'm boned. I could drain essence. Yeah, that's the worst, eh, Flower? I don't want to drop the lantern. Presumably you can pick up the lantern. Oh, boy. Here's my thought. If I just get rid of the Ursine hybrid this turn, I will be attacked by the stalking hybrid. It will cause me to... Aha! And then once the veil is dark, everything gets really scary. Evade damage, because then I'm in trouble as well. Then I'm just like treading water. I think we just go for it. We go for the glory. Worst case scenario, I could crosshair. Yeah, I have persuasion is my I also have drain essence. Drain essence is a parley where you can move damage from your investigator, but only up to 2 if the enemy is non-elite. It'd be great if I could parley the Ursine hybrid, but exactly, yeah. So this guy has 4 health. I could parley shoot, and then he'd be dead, and then I'd have 2 actions left, which would maybe be evade, shoot again. That's not crazy. Excuse me. Persuade just gets rid of it entirely, which is quite nice. I think Alessandra is going to try to get the beast off of its back first. Not the Ursine hybrid. It's still stalking out in the woods. What is this thing anyway? What the hell happened to it? As the skittering monster kind of crashes into the clearing, Alessandra, Rosa, and Bertie all take shelter behind a tree. Alessandra starts to weave magic, perhaps, and desperately hopes that she can persuade the stalking hybrid that they are not there. I'm going to play Persuasion. Boop. It costs 2 resources. Choose a non-weakness enemy at your location. Test Intellect 3. It gets plus X difficulty. X is that enemy's horror value. 1. Okay, so it's 4. If you succeed, shuffle it into the encounter deck. I am testing 5 to 4. I am going to commit lockpicks to go to 6. And I am going to... Do I really want to use this? I would love to keep my fox mask charge, but I want to succeed as well. Let's commit it. So we go 8 to 4 is what I just said. Okay, I didn't need it. That's too bad. The creature has a strange sniffing sound and then a growling, crackling sound, and it stalks off into the darkness. They all let out a collective breath. I suckle it. I shuffle it back into the encounter deck. However, we are still in trouble. I could... If I move out, I get a charge back on my fox mask, which I really like. So, we're going to evade the Ursine hybrid at 5 to 3. Is that pretty good? We'll keep all of my icons here. I think those are going to be nice. I don't suckle it. Oh boy. No, I don't suckle it. You don't understand. I'm gonna evade the Ursine hybrid at 5-3. Alessandra has a plan, and that plan is to basically, to use a gaming term, kite this horrible beast. It was already shot. Why does it have no damage on it? Whoa. Oh, right. It was damaged by Mother Rachel, but then because it became Act 3, it healed all of its damage. Yes, correct, yeah, thank you. Green? What a weird token. I love it. Let's go 5-3. Excellent. That's what you like to see. Evaded. Now we're going to aim, we're going to line up a shot, and we're going to pull, we're going to just slowly and carefully breathe out as we pull the trigger. Try to get a shot off on one of its several heads, perhaps trying to ping it, and not piss it off, but just try to actually like damage one of its organs, and then we're going to get out of here. Third action, we're going to shoot it with the British Bulldog. Great question, Flower. No, it does not. Which is this is part of the reason why evade is valuable. I think in the early part of the game's life cycle, evade was not very valuable because why evade something when you can just kill it, right? But now I think, and that's, you know, retaliate's not the only reason for that. Sometimes if an enemy's not a hunter and it doesn't do anything, evade it, walk away. You don't need to spend resources and time killing something if you don't need to. Sometimes you can stack retaliate stuff, you know? I agree, Crosshair. I totally agree. Okay, so I'm using agility. I'm using agility against a 5 strength enemy. I'm going to commit manual dexterity. And I'm going to commit pickpocketing. It really is. I mean, it's such a rogue thing, hey, Graspy Loot? Like, putting it into play for free is nice. You don't have to. It's still a 3 cost, 3 ammo weapon, and it uses agility, which most rogues like. So, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 5. Awesome. We draw a card from Bank Job. In the forest? We do 2 damage. A shot rings out in the night, and the bear howls in pain from somewhere further away. I have 1 action left. Fine clothes would be really nice to play here, but I need my resources for backstab. I can use the clue to move fast. But I think I can use the clue to look and then move, but I think I'll just spend an action moving, because I'll save my clue for when I need to run. The trees grew too thickly, and their trunks were too big for any healthy New England wood. There was too much silence in the dim alleys between them, and the floor was too soft with the dank moss and mattings of infinite years of decay. It's a crooked path, with a chittering forest watcher. Aloof. Just saying. X is the current darkness level, so this is a 4 shroud 1 clue location, lol. After you discover a clue at this location, look at the revealed side of a connecting location. You may move to that location. Nice. Love to see it. The Ursine hybrid is really annoying. I want to now I need to go back. Get a Foxmass charge as well. It's a good point, Flower. I could, but do I want to? I want to deal with the Forest Watcher, I think, as well. How much do I care? Actually, Bank Job is going to be really good here, isn't it? It's a couple actions, but I could Bank Job, Drain Essence, and then I'd still have money left over. And and I'd still have an action. We're going to stay here. Yeah, we're going to stay here. A crooked path. This one looks familiar to Alessandra, but she's not quite sure if this is the way that she came, or the way that she found to the Twisted Hollow in the first place. Enemy phase. Hunters hunt, but there are no hunting enemies. There's a big old mushroom over there. There's a horrible chittering little beast here. And there's a massive glowing abomination there, which will ready an upkeep. And we ready all of our cards. Draw a card, gain a resource. Perception. That would have been nice with the persuasion. That's okay. It's fine. It's fine. We go to 1, but actually 2 out of 3 doom. This is why I want to kill the little... Sorry. This is why I want to deal with the creature here. Send it skittering away. We draw an encounter card. God fucking damn it. Ugh! This is a massive mushroom. Yep, it's a massive mushroom. As Alessandra starts to move up the path, a growling sound arrests her in her path, in her steps. And then she looks, and it is in fact just a small little squirrel. But the closer she looks, the closer the more she sees. The little creature, squirrel-sized, has on its back a single mushroom, which looks very similar to the fungus that she had seen everywhere throughout the forest. It has all the souls it can torture. So, it is not aloof, it is massive. After you discover a clue at its location or a connecting location, if it's ready, take a horror. That's fine. I think we're just going to, do something with this. God, there's just enemies everywhere. Oh my god, they're everywhere! Okay. Oh, now I can't bank job though, can I? I mean, I can. I'm thinking maybe we let the bear come in and give us a little howdy doody. Of course they are. They're plants. I get the feeling, Flower, that like Alessandra's super cool under pressure, and so is Dr. Rosa Marquez. I feel like Bertie's, the wild card here. He might just be like, oh, do, or he might be totally freaking out. But yeah, I feel like Alessandra is probably pointing at the fungus and being like, my god, Doctor, the plants, they're everywhere. And she's like, yes, I know, which I love. We are going to drain essence. That's what we're going to do. Oh, I want to play my fine clothes. But we need the money. We need the money for the backstab. That's what we need. Do we evade first? I think we've... oh! Great question, Crosshair. Yeah. This is... It has not come up yet. This is Bianca de Katz. Do you remember Bianca de Katz? Alessandra's lover / club singing lady that she picked up in Arkham. If you... And this isn't a spoiler because it's sort of known. If you fail... when you parley with her, you take money off of her. Basically, you ask her for money, right? If you fail the agility test that comes after that, she becomes an enemy. Yeah, she's so cool. And then it says if you owe her resources, you can spend those resources to parley to put her in the victory display. But if you kill her or fight her or somehow get rid of her, she just goes back in your deck. She's hunting you forever. Isn't that weird, Graspy Loot? Yeah. Alessandra's got a lot of roommates. It's a very crowded New York penthouse. I really would love to get rid of the... let's actually read Drain Essence before we commit to it. What is happening in this art? What is happening here? Is this Agnes? Who is this? Who is this, and what are they doing to this horrible... this man? Sorry, it's not a horrible man. What horrors are they committing to this man? What was yours is now mine. Parley. Choose an enemy or location. Test Will X. X is their fight value. If you succeed, move 1 damage from your investigator to the enemy, or 2 if it's non-elite. Great question, Flower. That's a good... I don't think so. If you owe her resources... That's a good question. No, because she doesn't start in your deck, right? So I think, yeah. So I think in between scenarios she would... I'd have to check, Flower. It feels like she should stay in your deck, actually. But I don't know. Okay, let's do it. Alessandra is going to try to clear a path because she can hear the grunts and clacks and crunches of the bear coming behind her. The Forest Watcher has 1 combat. I have 3 willpower, so I am testing 3 to 1. That's pretty good. I'm going to commit a willpower icon to go 4 to 1. That's good, right? That's really good, I think. Yes, it's -1 heal damage. Oh no! Wait! Oh no! Oh no. I have to do the symbol before anything else. Fuck. So here's what's going on. A breath of fresh wind kind of rushes through the hollow, and Alessandra feels rejuvenated and invigorated. And she starts to drain the life from the creature. Oh, fuck, that's annoying. And then I'm going to move a single damage onto it. Man, I should have taken more damage. Oh, no. Well, balls. I need to kill it. That's about as bad as it can get, honestly. Because if I don't, I'm going to run into trouble here. Blanky Cat, it's a good point. There is a fast action window during the test, which I could have taken before I drew the token, but of course I didn't know I was going to draw the token. I didn't think about it. Actually, I'll look at the skill timing. And then I have to decide whether I want to be that guy, as it were. Come here, skill test timing. There you go. Yeah, the player window is before you reveal your chaos token. So, like, in theory, yes, I could have taken a damage, and then even if I had drawn the thing, I would have had healed 1 and still had 2. However, this is the story I'm telling. Blanky Cat, I realize, is non-optimized, and it's not very good, but I do think it's it might be a good idea anyway to take the... I like drawing cards, but I don't want Zamakona either. What do I need to do? Evade punch? I need to deal with the beast, the mushroom. The mushroom. Let's shoot the black amanita. The creature seems to only grow stronger, and its chittering sounds a bit to Alessandra like laughter. She pulls out the gun, aiming it at the creature, and snarls. The mushroom on its back glows and begins to sing. I'm going to shoot the black amanita instead. I'm 5-2 with the British Bulldog. It just feels bad. I do not disagree. Blam! The amanita is dead. It does feel bad. Engage punch. And we hope we don't fuck it up. Because I don't have to punch it, I could just shoot it, but then I'm out of bullets, and we get really tricky with the bear. Ooh, boy. It just feels bad. Doesn't it, though? Here I might hit Bertie for the... Only you can forest bears. What are we trying to survive with a martini and a daytime cocktail dress at the moment? Great question, Aragwen. It's night. It's the forest. It's dark, save for one lantern, the beacon of hope, the Veil Lantern here, given to us by the cult leader, leader of the village community. Dr. Rosa Marquez took us out into the woods to find her assistant / friend / associate, Bertie Musgrave. We have. Now, what are we trying to survive? Fungus that seems to be calling a massive bear beast towards us, and a small little chittering friend, the Forest Watcher. Ah, the fungus among us. Exactly. There was a seduction attempt at the shrooms. I think it worked, Flower. I think it worked. I'm gonna use Bertie and take a horror to draw a card. Because I know I'm gonna be taking damage shortly. No, what am I doing? I'm gonna take a damage, I'm gonna put it on me. Draw a card. Vamp? Hey, decrepit test. Thank you very much for the follow and welcome. I don't have any money, but it's got a wild icon. Oh, bye, decrepit. Okay, last action is going to be to kill this Forest Watcher. I could shoot it, and then I don't have a bullet from my gun. Doesn't feel good. Also, why am I shooting a little forest creature? Because it's evil, right? I could punch it. I need the bank job money. High heel, stomp! I can go 3-1 if I commit vamp. Fuck me, that feels so bad. Oh. If I use the bullet, I will have vamp to deal damage another time. Let's do it. We're gonna fight with the gun. I know, it's crazy, guys. It's crazy. 5-1. Heal a damage? Thanks, the cult. Gunshots ring out in the night wildly as the mushrooms kind of curl in on themselves and pull away from the crooked path. The creature runs off into the darkness. Now, I do want to deal with the Ursine hybrid. And my question is, do I want it to get me now, or do I want to move out of here? Because I can use look at the revealed side of an adjacent location. You may move to that location. It doesn't say look at the revealed side of an unrevealed location, just as adjacent. So I could spend a clue to fast move back in and deal with the Ursine hybrid. I would love to get a clue here. I think, well, plus we don't even have, yeah, no, we need to get out of here. So I'm going to, okay, Crosshair, I'll try. I'm going to spend the clue to look at the revealed side of an adjacent location, and I may move to it. This is a bear den. Good lord. Actually, we are going to go there because we can use the Veil Lantern to, to ignore the forced effect. The rays of light shine into the den where a massive Ursine skull continues to sit, picked clean by something. The forced effect doesn't apply here. Alessandra shelters in place, asking Rosa and Bertie to be quiet just for a few minutes. We're going to see if we can set up a trap for this creature, she says. It really is, eh? Whatever lives here is clearly starved to the point of eating its own kind. Yeah, this Ursine hybrid is terrifying, honestly. That is the end of our investigation phase. Enemy phase. We're going to put the Ursine hybrid back. We're going to put it here. So now I can sort of run it around a little bit. Upkeep. Okay. Mandex. We like that. Oh, God, I need money to play bank job. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. 2 out of 3 doom, because we did manage to destroy the little rodent. Counter card, Wall of Thorns. Attach it to the nearest location. When you move into or out of this location, take a damage. As Alessandra hears the creature loping and snuffling towards the entrance of its den, she now realizes. She points towards the back. There's a way out over there, she says, I remember. Runs towards the back, and yet this other exit to the cave seems to now have this massive wall of thorns. Somehow, this plant has sprung up, seemingly in the last few minutes. When you move into or out of attached location, take a damage. That's okay. Maybe it's his little setup turn, huh? Okay. We're back. I need money so I can play bank job. the most ridiculous of plays here. Then we would have fine clothes. The finest of clothes, right? Gotta have money to make money. It's true, Graspy Loot. How are you gonna pay the people who are carrying off the bank job for you? This is the question. But then we would have the money for backstab, so I feel like it's such a ridiculous play, but we're gonna do it. Yeah, I have nothing. My parley action could be to move this black Amanita, to beguile it to move, which I will do. Like, just for funsies, though. It's so ridiculous, because I could also upkeep, go to 2, but then I would have to play it next turn. Great question, Graspy Loot. Bank job is 0 XP, first and foremost, so, right. It's, in solo, it is strictly, I'm not going to say strictly. In solo, it's not as good as Faustian Bargain. Faustian Bargain is 0 cost, 5 resources distributed as you wish amongst investigators at your location, but you put 2 curses in the bag. This is 2 cost, 2 actions for 8. So it's like playing 2 emergency caches, but you can distribute the money. Now, obviously in solo, that's stupid. In solo, that doesn't do anything for you. So it's essentially emergency cache, emergency cache. However, from Alessandra's perspective, she's a criminal, right? She is a criminal. She's carrying off all sorts of... she's trying to carry off all of the relics she can find on this island. Plus, it's slightly better. You know, you get an extra resource, I suppose. But yeah, 1 action for 5 is obviously better than 2 actions for 6. I felt it was more appropriate here. Plus, I've taken Faustian Bargain in other decks. So, we go to 8 resources. Alessandra, seeing the wall of thorns growing over the back of the den, yeah, I love that flower, turns around and realizes they're going to have to make their stand here. Exactly, Graspy Loot. Yeah, I think Hot Streak 2 is 5 for 9. So I think it's 4 resources for 1 action, but no downside, other than you have to have 5 to start. 5 for 10. I added to the story. Oh! Graspy Loot. Flower, you are correct. They're digging for anything that they can find. She sort of tells Rosa and Bertie to, like, get ready, that they're going to have to deal with the creature as it's coming in. But they managed to find, stashed away in the corner of this little cave, a couple of boxes. They force them open and find all sorts of treasure. I mean, cash. This is probably from long before Hemlock Vale was even established. How old is this community anyway? But in the box they find a couple of old Tommy guns, cash, tripwires, maybe even a couple of grenades. We'll see. We go to, yeah, well, I mean, Graspy Loot, you are correct. And of course I regret it from a mechanical perspective. Enemy phase. A roar and a bomba! A roar as the beast enters the cave. 3 damage, 2 horror. I'm going to put 1 and 1 on Dr. Rosa Marquez. I'm going to put 1 of the damage on Bertie, and I'm going to take the other damage and horror on me. Yeah, exactly, Graspy Loot. NBD, right? NBD. The creature roars and screams, seeing that people have essentially invaded its cave. But Alessandra has a plan. The plan... Actually, we're going to see if she has a plan. It might get a little tricky, but we'll see. That was upkeep. God damn it. We go to 3... Oh, shoot. We go to 3 out of 3 doom already. The forest closes in, and the sound of slavering jaws and gnashing fangs fills the air. Add a resource to the current darkness level. Okay, we're boned. It is not 6, so we're not done. Players must choose an enemy in the pursuit area and spawn it at the nearest dark location. I forgot about that. If they cannot, they must discard cards, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to spawn a stalking hybrid at the nearest dark location, which is none of the adjacent ones. It's going to be there. It's closing in. That's okay. We also need to draw an encounter card. Swarm! Bees! Test agility 3. Freeze point you fail by, lose a resource or take a damage. That's fine. Alessandra hears that humming sound, and it seems to be coming from behind them, but then in fact a wave of bees lifts off of the Ursine hybrid itself and, hovering in the air, all of a sudden dives towards them, trying to get out past that wall of thorns. Yes, the bear is covered in bees. Just trust me on this. 5 to 3. Perfect. Done. No problem. We come back around. Investigation phase. Here's the deal. We do 5 damage. We kill the Ursine hybrid. And then we get out. That's the plan. No big deal. We are going to backstab this bad boy. First action. Backstab. Alessandra, using the bees as a distraction, rushes around the bear and grabbing one of the large sledgehammers from the crate of abandoned goods, comes around for a massive swing on its skull. I am fighting. I'm using agility. It deals +2 damage. So I'm currently 5 to 5. I'm going to commit manual dexterity to go up to 7. And yes, both fine clothes to go to 8 to 9. Okay. 3 damage. And we draw from the... Okay, and we draw from the manual dexterity. The sledgehammer comes down on the bear's skull with a sickening thud. The creature collapses and tries to roar. It is not yet destroyed, but it is indeed... Oh, I'm out of music, eh? Yeah. But it is indeed very, very angry. Will it be able to destroy Alessandra? I'm going to use Bertie here. Take a damage. Draw a card. Oh, this is good. Flower. We have to believe. Okay. Vamp allows me to do 2 damage. Stir the Pot also ooh, less good. Stir the Pot says, Parley, choose an enemy at your location. Test Intellect X. X is their combined damage and horror values. Less good, because that's 5. If you succeed, deal 2 damage to each enemy at your location. If you succeed by 2 or more, you may move to a connecting location. Which is fine. Vamp is a nice little parley that allows you to test any skill at 3, and if you, depending on which you test, you can do different things. So I could discover a clue here, I could evade an enemy, I could deal it 2 damage, etc. If I vamp and test combat, then I am testing 2 combat against 3 to deal 2 damage, which is terrible. Stir the Pot, which is a very powerful card, but I think I'm going to have to use it here. I'm essentially stirring the pot. I'm essentially asking all of the, all of the scientists, Rosa and Bertie, to move in and start attacking the Ursine hybrid while there's still a second. She's not doing anything with the creature. She's essentially asking them to overcome their scientific predilection for study to destroy this creature. Did I spend the 3 already? No. I'm going to stir the pot. Parley. Choose an enemy or location. Test intellect 5. Exactly, Blanky Cat. That's my thought. I am testing at 5 to 5. Fox Mask 7. Perception 9 to 5. Let's party. Flower is of course correct. Bertie and Rosa Marquez. Bertie shakes his head just like in a flurry of activity. He can't see his way of ever doing this. He can't understand why anyone would. He's starting to panic. Rosa Marquez just narrows her eyes and then starts to walk away. That's Arkham. Can I still do 2 damage? Yes, with Vamp. But I don't think that's going to happen today. So I think we are... Are we evading it and getting out of here? Fuck me, I only have a couple rounds to find my way out of the Veil. Evade. I can fast move with the Veil Lantern. Evade, get the clue, fast move with the Veil Lantern, maybe? What an absolute nightmare. Well, but the problem is, Crosshair, if I try, I'm basically testing I'm testing combat 3, but I only have 2 combat, and I have no way of boosting it. Yes, there's a +1 in the bag, but, that's not going to happen. If I was wearing my fine clothes, I'd be testing 2 to 1, which would be better, but of course... Alessandra's fine clothes have been left behind in a pile of dust. What a goddamn disaster. Alessandra is going to have words with Dr. Rosa Marquez after this. The creature stumbles up to its feet and once again roars in its displeasure. I'm going to test agility to try to evade the creature. I am 5 to 3. This will hopefully get me out of there. I am going to commit the Fox Mask to go 6 to 3. Sure, that one was fine. Evaded. If I get this clue, then I can fast move. Yeah, exactly. Then we start looking for the place. Lockpicks. I'm testing at 10. So obviously we're trying to examine our surroundings to try to find any way out, basically. 10 to 3. Yeah, fine, perfect. Get a clue. We don't lose the lockpicks. Now, remind me. The clue says, look at the revealed side of an adjacent location. You may move to that location. Now, what I'm going to do, and this is going to be... the likelihood is that the way out is somewhere over here. But if it is this location, then there's no coming back. Exactly. This is the Blighted Glade. So, I don't want to go there. So instead, we exhaust the Veil Lantern and we hope to bejesus that there is nothing that's going to really harm us here. Oh, I'm going to get fucked by the stalking hybrid. Yeah, basically, Aragorn. So hang on, actually, do I want to do this? The stalking hybrid's going to hunt in and destroy the Veil Lantern. Yes, correct, Flower. So, oh, no, that doesn't make a huge difference. I mean, I guess it does. I don't want the hybrid to get me. Next turn, I could try killing this thing. How could I try killing it? I don't have... Do I have another gun? I have another gun somewhere in the deck. Oh no, ouchies! As we run out through the thing. Yes, but we also want to get out of here. Is the point. God damn it. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, that does make sense. It won't be though, right? But it's worth checking. It's worth checking. You're right. I'm going to exhaust the Veil Lantern to check. It is the Corpse Grove. I think we're good. We will stay. Oh, hooray! It's the Corpse Grove again. All right. Any... Ah! Toast. If I may call you Toast. So Thanatoasted, thank you very much for your belief. This is Doomed. Welcome, Arkham Horror, the card game. Solo playthroughs of Arkham Horror, the card game, with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. Bottom rightmost. I like that. Enemy phase. The stalking hybrid moves this way. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's move it down that way. And then, you're right, Crosshair, of course, I can get the clue from the crooked path and use it to move. Upkeep. We ready our cards. We draw a Hatchet Man. Potentially huge. As a reminder, Hatchet Man is a skill. If this skill test is successful during an evasion attempt, the next time the evaded enemy takes damage this turn, deal it 1 additional damage. So this would be evade, and then somehow do a single point of damage, which would turn into 2. Wait. Yes, Toast? Toast. It's Hatchet Man. Oh, it's Hatchet time. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you, Aragwen. Correct. Well, yeah, he is a Hatchet Man. He doesn't only use a hatchet. Aragwen is correct. We're staggering around a fungus-infested forest. We're chased by poisoned creatures driven mad by the spores. We're in snappy kitten heels. We're swinging a lantern. There's a way out somewhere. Important point, Aragwen, because I think this is nice. Alessandra Zorzi, socialite by day, criminal by night, also has a preternatural, supernatural ability to communicate with things. She has a silver tongue. Seems sus. Doesn't it, though? We go to 1 out of 3 doom. We're absolutely boned. We draw an encounter. We are absolutely boned. This is the... Half the majestic creature's flesh has been replaced with vascular bark-like tissue. This is the Cochleal Stag. A 3/5/4. It's elusive. And a hunter. So once it attacks us, it'll run away, but then it'll come back. Each investigator at its location, and each connecting location, gets -2 to all skills during the mythos phase. The bear roars, and what can only be described as a majestic stag. I was going to say moose, because the horns could be really big like a moose, but a majestic stag, rotted, destroyed, gallops into the cave, about to gore Alessandra Zorzi. Guys, we are absolutely boned. Okay. Oh no! I don't think we're gonna make it. But we have a victory point from the Twisted Hollow. Maybe some more from other things. Gored. Correct, Kung Fu Fenris. We're gonna be gored. Bertie is going to... Bertie's gonna draw me a card. That's for sure. Fuck's sake. Bertie! My man! We're gonna take a damage and draw a card. Oh! Okay. Okay, this is backstab. It worked before. Oof. Is it gonna work again? We have to try. First action. Spending 3 resources. The creature has turned to see the stag charging into its cave. It's all right, Flower, as long as you're sorry. As the creature turns, Alessandra seizes exactly. Bertie, get its attention. Bertie, and he's just like, yeah. The Earth Sign hybrid turns and raises a clawed hand to strike Bertie. Alessandra grabs that sledgehammer and brings it down on the creature's skull. We are attacking. We're at 5 to 5. Best I can do, 6, 7. It looks for the briefest of moments, like the sledgehammer is just going to glance off the creature's skull. And there is a sickening crunch. A blue here would actually be really nice, because that would be very helpful. A sickening crunch And the hybrid just slumps down on the ground. Anticlimactic, perhaps. And yet there it is. A move? Now then, exactly, Crosshair. We can do this, guys. Here's the thing. If I move... Yes. However, Crosshair, watch this here. All right, well, not watch this, but yeah, let's talk about it. Two things. Lantern allows me to move for free. I would then need to get a clue at this location to move again, which is good. I don't think I'm interested in taking the summer leadership. Correct, Crosshair. Oh, God. Oh. But we're not dead. We're not dead. Well, we won't be dead. Because the cochleal stag is elusive, once it attacks, it would move here and exhaust. So it'd be well out of my way forever. Which I think is good. Yes, Aragwen. Oh, is the question, why is the music so loud? Because I can fix that. I hope that's still okay. God, it smells so good in here. Liz is making delicious food. Great question, Aragwen. No. Why doesn't it? I don't know, Aragwen. It's because the creatures of the forest... I think this, much like in The Last of Us, the fungus has sort of basically united and communicates between all of the creatures of this forest. It's taken over both the thorny vining plants and all of the flora, fauna. Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're moving, guys. I'm taking 2 damage and a horror and another damage from the Wall of Thorns. 1, 2, 3. Woof. How dare you? How dare... Flora! How dare you, Crosshair? We're moving up. Okay. Then, we're getting a clue. Getting a clue will allow me to look at the revealed side of a connecting location, and I may move, which is good. Lockpicks. Jesus H. Yeah, I am... Yeah, 10 to 4. 10 to 5, sorry. What's the frickin' goddamn... Oh my god. Oh, we don't have time for this. If this is Resign, we are golden. Actually, no, we have a bit of time. 10 to 5. Great. We get the clue. Alessandra rushes along the path, pulling Bertie, who is shuddering and sort of unclear. He's just shuddering and like kind of almost catatonic. Rosa Marquez is marching ahead, having gone through the Wall of Thorns, having cut her way through some time ago. She's just, she seems pretty happy. After you discover a clue at this location, look at the revealed side of a connecting location. Well, I definitely want to move here, but we're going to look. It's another crooked path. We're going. There's no forced effect here, so I can keep going. And I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend the clue to look. Yep, exactly. I'm going to spend the clue to look at this one. Oh, damn. Oh, I thought it was the clearing that gets us out. This is the moonlit clearing where things, basically enemies kind of come in and can charge here. So I'm not doing that. I still have 1 health on Bertie and 1 from Dr. Rosa Marquez. Which the hope blankie is that I don't have to hurt them, but I suppose we'll see. I can also now exhaust the Veil Lantern to just check what's next to me to the right, which I think I'm going to do. Mushroom Grove. Okay. Damn. Tragic that it's not quite where we need to be. We've checked a lot of locations. Yeah, no. Oh, no, the Black Amanita is not aloof. Although, actually, hang on. Also, hang on, what was the forced effect? The forced effect was test intellect 5 If you fail, the enemy in pursuit with the highest evade attacks you. Oh, Blanky, you are correct. Thank you. So in fact, we definitely don't want to get him out of there, because otherwise we are going to be in big trouble. So I'd rather not. Oh, fuck. But we need to go, don't we? Hang on. What would attack me? The stalking hybrid would attack me and do a damage and a horror. Horror. Great question, Aragwen. To the left. Yeah, I was going to say, yes, we do. It is the Moonlit Clearing, which sounds nice, but those appear to be vultures or ravens picking the flesh off of animals. Horrible. Somewhere in this half of the map is the way out. Correct, Aragwen. No diagonal moves allowed. Flower, it's very possible, if anyone hears anything else, I think Liz is cooking, which is probably what you're hearing. It's so delicious. God, it smells so good. Boo. Boo. It is the clattering of myconids. Okay. Actually, you know what? I still have... Hang on a second. I still have my parley action, which I can use to move this guy out of here, which I will do. Sorry, yes, Beguile specifically, as a reminder, it says, parley, move the attached enemy to a revealed connecting location, or investigate or evade its location. So I'm just going to move it down to the Twisted Hollow. Obviously, the mushrooms would love to feast upon the Twisted Hollow. It does mean I can go there, Crosshair. It also means I'm definitely taking it, like, I'm getting attacked. Oh, hang on. Do I have a clue? I don't have a clue. Oh, I'm in the middle of looking at my... Yes, sorry. I forgot. Yes. I'm in the middle of looking at this. I may move to that location. I could also choose not to and do it next round, right? Get a clue. That would freely move me here. Then I could use my clue to keep going. God, but I need to make progress. Fuck it, I need to do this. I'm to the south. I like to think, Aragwen, that she essentially makes that little popping, puffing sound that mushrooms make in this forest, and they kind of disappear into the ground and reappear elsewhere. But I actually prefer I prefer your interpretation. Yeah, guys, I need more movement. Okay, the question is, do I move to a location that also has a bunch of shroud? No, I need to do this. After you reveal Mushroom Grove, test Book X. X is the current darkness level. If you fail, this stalking hybrid will... Fuck, it'll destroy the lantern. No, we can't do this. Sorry, we can't do this. I forgot. After this attacks you, if you control the Veil Lantern, it becomes unlit, and I need the Veil Lantern. So in fact, I'm not doing this. Great. Enemy phase. A hybrid hunts. I'm going to have it hunt 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have it hunt this way. Correct, Flower. It's weird, isn't it? Upkeep. A Beguile. I don't really have anything to Beguile right now. Oh my god, actually, hang on. The Silver Moth is giving me -1 sanity. Bertie's giving me +1 sanity. So I'm currently an 8-7, which means I still have... yeah, so I'm at 6 out of 8 and 3 out of 7. Bugalies. 2 out of 3 Doom. We need to get out because I can't... Otherwise, I'm going to just... oh, God, take some trauma. This is key, guys. What is this? Stolen Light! You must either... Okay, This is very bad. You must either place a doom on the current agenda, this effect can cause the agenda to advance, or flip the Veil Lantern to its unlit side. Place it at the empty location farthest from all investigators. As Alessandra argues with Bertie and Rosa about which way is the right way to go, there is a crashing sound through the underbrush. Alessandra throws herself behind a tree, and she hears a horrible crunch, which she thinks briefly is her leg, but in fact is not. It is the lantern. Shit! She reaches out for it, but it's already gone. The creature, whatever it was, carries it off in its jaws. This is the farthest side for sure. Oops. The Veil Lantern extinguished light. Action. Take control of Veil Lantern, then flip it over. Any investigator at its location may trigger this ability. Okay, well, it's been carried away, and now we no longer have the Veil Lantern. I think this is still doable, though, guys. I think it's still doable. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm resigned to the fact that Alessandra is taking a physical trauma here. Graspy loot on life support over here, guys. The nearest location instead. Ooh, crosshair, I don't know. Yeah, correct, Aragwen. Which would... It's... The forest is plunged into a darkness that is unimaginable. Alessandra looks up, and though she can see the moon, its light... That doesn't make sense, sorry. I wanted it to that be a cool... I wanted that to be a cool story moment, but that doesn't make sense. She cannot even see the moon. The trees above seem to grow like hands, blotting out any little bit of light. Oh yeah, give me that Doom Cope emote. No, Crosshair, for sure it disappears, right? We don't get the Veil Lantern back. It's tragic. Sigh. Because, like, during cleanup, like, all locations leave play and stuff, too, you know? Okay, here's what's going to happen. It's our turn. Now it's my turn. Investigate. 10 to 5. Good enough. We get the clue. It allows us to look at a revealed location and move there. We're doing it. This is all one action. As long as her kitten heels can feel the earth. Aragwen, I feel like you have a great like voice and type for her. Do you want to be the Alessandra Zorzi of this campaign? I think you should. After you reveal it, test book X. I'm testing 5 to 5. Hey, maybe I'll get a 0. Pow! I did not. I get attacked by the stalking hybrid. It does 1 damage and 1 horror. I'm still alive. Somehow, we spend a clue to look at the next location. Do I want to try to get the clue here? No, what the hell? It's another mushroom grove. We're fucked. Absolutely boned. Oh no. Rosa Marquez. This is the big issue. I think when people leave play, I have to like... I have to check a rule here really quickly, guys. This is going to be important. She's very well traveled. Exactly, Aragwen. I'm well traveled, but of course, this is the way I normally speak. That's the person, that's me, Graspy Loot, just dying to a bunch of plants. A resident who's, no, that's fine. There was a thing about losing people in a separate scenario? No, maybe that's a different person. Oh, they don't have a relationship level. Oh, great. Well then, I'm gonna say fuck it. Exactly, Blanky. Like, I thought I was gonna lose, I thought I was gonna lose something from them. So, the clue allows me to keep moving. It's another mushroom grove. Good lord. I have to take a damage and a horror. Sorry. After you reveal Mushroom Grove, test intellect 5. Again, I'm testing at 5 to 5 currently. Nope! I take a damage and a horror from the attacking person. The beast rears out of the darkness, grabs Rosa Marquez. She screams as he carries her off. I'm taking a damage and a horror. This loses me an intellect and an agility. Oh, less good. I'm now out of clues, but I could, in theory, get this one. Yes, he does. Sorry. Yes, Flower. I only just saw that, but you're right. What does Rosa Marquez say? She doesn't have that ability, so in fact, she just goes in the discard pile. Keep your spirits up. Call out if you find the lantern. I'm just doing the Nancy voice because I want to... Nancy is coming later today, which is going to be great. Correct, Crosshair. Good lord. It's doable. It's doable, guys. Action. Investigate. I have 4 intellect against the 4... Hang on. While Mushroom Grove is not dark, it gets +2 Shroud. This is good. So I'm at 5 to 2. We get the clue. We immediately spend the clue. Remind me how this works. Look at the revealed side of an adjacent location. You may move to that location. Yes, Crosshair, I like it. I will point out to Blanky Cat, in fact, it's actually 1 out of 4, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what any of these locations are. I could move, Crosshair, I think is probably maybe what you're going to say. I could no, then I would... Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yeah, that's tragic, isn't it? So I need the action to resign, which is... Flower, it's a good point, but it's currently extinguished, which means I cannot use the reaction on it. Because it's unlit, I cannot use it to help me out here. I'm gonna say that doesn't work, because that doesn't make sense to me. It's not under my control, so I can't exhaust it. It doesn't make sense. Okay. Oh god. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna make an executive decision here. The executive decision is the following. If I'm spending a clue, I can use it to look at an adjacent location and move there. Yeah, I mean, you're probably right, Flower. I think it's this one. How good would it be if it was, though, right? I may move. Last action, resign. This is the Glimmering Meadow. A dim, though distinct luminosity seemed to inhere in all the vegetation, grass, leaves, and blossoms alike. Action, heal 1 horror. Damn it, Crosshair! No! Resign. I'm sure Bertie's fine. Bertie, shivering, chattering teeth. Rosa Marquez is also here? In the Glimmering Meadow? Perhaps? Let's go! Oh, sorry, it's R1. Sorry, R1. I'm not looking at the other side. Long, spindly branches stretch like grasping hands as you emerge from the forest into a meadow glowing with shimmering blue wildflowers. I cannot believe that happened, guys. The sight of the brilliant carpet of blue and white nearly takes your breath away after the oppressive darkness. Perhaps it is just your tired mind, but the heather and flowers seem to pulse. Look! Bertie points with a trembling hand. A dozen luminous stalks rise like floating lamps over the meadow, glimmering in the moonlight. I feel almost as though we are walking amidst the cosmos, that each of us is a little god. He's fucked, eh? Like, Bertie's just been... He's, like, shell-shocked from everything. He plucks a glowing bud from its stalk, and each of these an even smaller star. Dr. Marquez slaps the flower out of his hand. She looks fine, by the way. She obviously escaped from the clutches of whatever thing grabbed her, and she's just like, shut up! That poetic drivel is what you got, you lost in the woods. We risked life and limb for you. You'll be lucky if I leave this incident out of the survey report. Bertie hangs his head in shame as the professor lists a litany of woes and misdemeanors. But still, you can't help but note the concern in Dr. Marquez's voice as she excoriates her assistant. As you return to the Vale, the sky stirs with the coming dawn. In your campaign log, record, Bertie was rescued. We just had to sacrifice a botanist! NBD! NBD! Bertie was rescued. Oh my god, guys, I cannot believe it. Oh, and I had 2 XP from the interlude, I forgot. Resolution 3. Miskatonic Survey, June 1926. Members Marquez, Musgrave et al. I have a name, and it's Alessandra Zorzi. An unplanned foray into the western woods at night. Local flora and fauna have evolved highly specialized behavior patterns after dark, likely dictated by extreme circadian rhythms and aggressive predation. A highly toxic environment. Identified a hitherto unknown symbiosis with a new strain of parasitic fungus. Further observation necessary. Each investigator earns 1 bonus experience as they gain insight into Hemlock Isle's unique ecosystem. Each investigator earns 1 additional experience if someone had Bertie Musgrave under their control. That's 2. That's so strange, Blanky. Wild. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display. 2 for the Ursine Hybrid, 1 for the Twisted Hollow. Takes me to 7. I know exactly what I'm spending this on. Update your campaign log. If the Ursine Hybrid is in the victory display, record the bear was wounded. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, I thought it was dead. Oh no, don't come back later. Well, if it's wounded, maybe it'll come back later with less damage. In the area surveyed section of your campaign log, check off Western Woods. Okay, well, we have lots of locations left. Post-credit sting scene. We are not going to do Prelude 2 because the Prelude is... Hey, Crosshair. Why not both? The Prelude will, of course, set us up very nicely to start next time on Doomed. Wow. I mean, this is an absolute wild time. I cannot believe that happened. Alessandra Zorzi manages to just scrape her way out of the meadow with Dr. Rosa Marquez and Bertie Musgrave. Everything seems bon, and more importantly, Alessandra has discovered that her ability to communicate beyond language extends even to the realm of the myconid, of the fungus. Perhaps that will be useful to her later. Oh, that's nice. Oh, wow, I wonder if they ever got married. Cheeks and the Dr. Surgeon, that is. Okay, so next time on Doomed, we'll be starting day 2. We'll see what the Prelude is. We'll see where we go, what we do. Obviously, Alessandra's going to try to assist her little friend Simon Atwood as best she can. We'll see where we get to. And I wanted to say as well, there won't be any Doomed in 2 weeks, but I'm hoping to keep making up days here and there because these streams get longer and longer as I continue to tell more and more story. That was wild. What a great time. Okay, thank you all so much for joining me. Of course, Crosshair is correct. We and not only kill the bear Blanky Cat, but the stir the pot didn't even work. Like, I'm kind of shocked. Drew Crew is at 3 p.m. Eastern. That's in about 2.5 hours time over on Liz's channel. If you've never been to Drew Crew, we read Nancy Drew books, but we give them silly voices, and it's so much fun. It's a wild ride. Please come and join us over on Drew Crew if you can. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, it's Montreal by Moonlight. It's our Werewolf 5th Edition campaign on RPG Clinic. That's going to be a good time too. And then, of course, streams throughout the week. On Tuesday, I can tell you, I'm not sure if it's going to be earlier than usual. I think it will be. Paul Prospero is back with a new spooky tale called Who is Lila? Who is Lila? I don't know. But we do know who Alessandra Zorzi is. Socialite by day, criminal by night, badass 24/7 in kitten heels. I should have said badass in kitten heels 24/7. Thanks, Weirdness. You are correct, Weirdness. It was strange, to be sure. Guys, I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to call it there. Thank you so much for joining me on Doomed. Hope to see you on Drew Crew, Montreal by Moonlight, Biff the Boss's Meth Madness streams, or just around the place on the Discord. See you next time on Doomed.